Hi, my name is Kristen Lavery. I'm the Assistant Director for the Leonard Gelfand Center for Service Learning and Outreach at Carnegie Mellon University. And I'm here today talking to an undergraduate student who is doing research in Dr. Tristram Nagel's biophysics lab.
Hi, my name is Akari. I'm 21 years old. I am a senior at CMU and I am studying applied physics.
Thinking back on your experiences in high school, what subjects interested you the most in middle school?
So I kind of always liked sciences. Didn't really have a specific field that I wanted to do, just kind of like how sciences had a specific answer rather than like a subjective answer, like English classes, for example.
And were there any experiences that you had during that period in middle or high school that were highly influential?
It was just like these things that kind of blew my mind on these field trips in middle school that I was like, wow, I want to know how that works. And my mom, because she early on, even before middle school, she would take us to different places like the Science Center, and also we have Goddard Space Center near us. So I would go to those, and then the Air and Space Museum in DC, she took us to those really early on. And being like a 10-year-old child, just seeing like these massive exhibits, right? That would like definitely spark my interest, and I think that's why I went to the science middle school in the first place.
What are you currently researching in Dr. Tristram Nagel's lab?
So we are studying the interactions of antimicrobial peptides with bacterial membrane mimics. So we kind of mimic what a bacteria's membrane looks like, and then we like put peptides in them that cause cell death. So it's kind of an alternative to antibiotics, and we just kind of study these interactions with X-rays. And from that sort of, all those results that we're getting, we're hoping to figure out how the peptides kill bacteria, and then from them we can maybe get some drugs going as an alternative to antibiotics.
And what's the most challenging aspect of this research position?
For this lab specifically, it's just kind of keeping track of what's happening. There's obviously a lot of things going on in the lab, like we could be doing X-rays, we could be making samples, we could be doing data analysis, putting these results into one spot. And it's really easy for a group of people to have one data sample maybe slip through the cracks because you think other people are doing it, or there's a bunch of other things going on, you're usually multitasking. So it's just really important to keep things in order and know what's happening, what's been done, what needs to be done. And that's just probably the hardest part because there are a lot of samples.
So what do you hope to gain professionally from your experience in Dr. Tristram Nagel's lab?
Professionally, I definitely do want to just learn good research habits, and then also she's published a lot of papers, so I want to know what sort of interactions I have to go through, or what sort of what steps I need to take to publish a paper. And then on top of that, she also collaborates with people from Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh, and I want to be able to see how she interacts with her collaborators. And actually just recently, on Tuesday, we had a meeting with the collaborators, and I saw that she had to adjust her speech, like the presentation that she gave, to fit their background, and it wasn't a biophysics background. They had no physics background at all.
So moving on after the lab and potentially after graduating from CMU, do you have any plans?
My goal is to work for a couple years, figure out what really is my interest. As much as I love biophysics, maybe there's something else I like. So I think an obvious choice for me to look for, at least right now, is to look at lab work, maybe research or lab technicians or product testing or something like that. And then ultimately, after working for a couple of years, figuring out what I like, I'd like to go back for like a master's or a PhD or something, go back to grad school and do that.
And what advice would you give to current middle and high school students?
I would definitely, first of all, talk to people, even if you're not comfortable. Interacting with people who you maybe not necessarily be comfortable with is how I got to this lab in the first place. And also just study or do the things that you're interested in. I know a lot of people have pressure from their parents to like become doctors or something, or become lawyers, and if they're not interested in doing it, then they're gonna hate every single day of schooling, and then they're gonna hate their job if they really just don't have any interest in the field.
Right.
And don't force something that other people want you to do.